Okay, so you just seen the pour. Now the recipe I'll talk about it right now. The 12th of the 10th fail. Okay, so as you can see, it come out around the low fours. The ingredients were Marisota, and it was 2 kilos and 1.7 kilos of the Wayman Extra Power Premium Pilsner malt. That was what I had left over, and I had the Marisota sitting around, so that's why there's a combination of the both. And then I used some crystals, some Joe White light crystal. Pretty sure it was the light. And then the hops I used 25 grams of Tetnang. And then what I'll talk about, I did get some bitterness out of this in the beer, was the addition of 10 minutes, 20 grams of Galaxy, and then 20 grams again of Galaxy with 5 minutes to go. Used a oil flock. Used Lalliman Kolsch yeast. Fermented at 17 to 18 degrees, and it would have been 14 days. So it all went to plan. And we'll go back to the tasting. Okay. So, as you'd see, the 12th of the 10th, brewed this beer for my oldest's birthday, for the family come around. We had a friends and family around for her birthday lunch. So, I like to make a beer and have it on tap, and normally goes down a treat. So, this beer, the colour-wise, just have like a slight chill haze. What I do have is the keg, pretty much, I had a quarter left of that keg. Anyway, I took it off, put it into storage, and then actually chucked it back on tap the other day. And it actually, it improved, like most of them do, if you're patient. So, the colour, it's still got that chill haze appearance to it. It's in between an amber to a golden colour. One finger head, and that head will stick around. The aroma, what I'm smelling is a Galaxy. That Galaxy definitely left an imprint there. So, as to be expected, it has a pretty high alpha acid. Galaxy, it was higher than I always kind of just assumed it was around Cascade. But no, it's pretty high, the alpha acid. Alright, let's get into it. Cheers to you all. Okay, so it's got a medium body. The flavour is, even with what I added to it, it's still light and pleasant. Finish is pretty dry. The bitterness, now it's got a little bit of bitterness there. Somehow, I believe that the Galaxy that I added towards the end did make it a bit more bitter than I was expecting. So it does have a little bit of bitterness. But it's quite pleasant. Just have a bit of, slight passion fruit flavour there from the Galaxy. A little bit of, something like, you get a bit of that, Stone and Wood Pacific Ale. So it's something similar to that in the hop flavour. So the body is probably a medium. If I was to do this again, I'd probably chuck a little bit of adjunct there, or make the body a bit lighter. Could also mash at a different temperature, which make the body feel a bit lighter. I think I mash this around 67 degrees. So I could mash a different temperature, make that body a little bit lighter, and or just add a little bit of adjunct there, maybe a bit of maize to it. So just so you can lighten a little bit, or wheat. You could add wheat too. Wheat would go pretty good in this, actually. Think about it. So it's got a nice malt sweetness. It's got that bit of bitterness there. Like I said, it's actually I still had a quarter of the keg left and chucked it back on tap, and it's actually it's settled down nicely. A little bit of hot bitterness at the end. All in all, it turned out pretty good. I'd have to say it's a thumbs up for it. Be a few things I'd change. I'd probably drop the Galaxy. If I was making something similar like this again, this recipe, probably just use Cascade. I love Cascade, so I'd get hold of some Cascade and use a bit of that. That'd be pretty good too, just at the end. So, and the fermentation, I think I've fermented this around 17 degrees, 18 degrees. Fermentation went well. So there's no yeasty flavours there at all, or no off flavours. So it turned out pretty good, and all the customers were pretty happy too, as people normally are when they get getting cold beer for nothing. That's half the fun of brewing, isn't it? Sharing it with your family and friends. It is very enjoyable, and getting their opinions on the beer. It's just something about it. Alright, thanks for watching this episode of Brews, and talk to you later.